An estimated 6 million people in the U.S. suffer from an unruptured brain aneurysm. It could be inside you right now, but once they rupture, they can be extremely fatal. To raise awareness for the disease, celebrities are coming together for the first time for this cause on Long Island, which I hear is nice. The Big Daddy Golf Classic is almost underway. Anna Koyman is there. Anna, talk about what's behind you. That's a beautiful castle.
Yeah, this is the beautiful Oheka Castle here in Huntington, New York. Never been here. It absolutely takes your breath away. But dozens of celebrities like Mike Tyson and Michael Strahan, Ronnie Lott, and Fox News Channel's own Bill Hemmer are going to be coming out here for the first annual Big Daddy Celebrity Golf Classic. I'm joined now by the one and only Big Daddy himself, Rich Salgado, the organizer of the event, and the doctor who actually saved his life, Dr. David Chaliff. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
So first, let's talk a little bit about what you dealt with in September of 2008. What happened exactly when you were diagnosed?
Well, I was told, hey, you have an aneurysm. We've got to do something about it. And this is the doctor that did something about it. So knock on wood, I'm alive, I'm healthy, and now I'm giving back, and I'm trying to help the doctor and the hospital build an up-to-date, super-scaled center.
Right, so the money raised tonight and today is going to be going to research for aneurysms. And talk a little bit about that, because 1 in 30 people, doctor, have an unruptured brain aneurysm, but there's actually 2 categories.
There are 2 categories, Anna. There's aneurysms that have ruptured, and that's called a subarachnoid hemorrhage, which is a devastating bleed, and about 40,000 people in the United States a year have that. Then there are patients, a separate category, like Rich, where we find the aneurysm before it ruptured. It's an incidental or unruptured aneurysm, and there may be 5% of the population who are walking around with aneurysms, and we try to clip or coil the aneurysms before they rupture in selected patients.
How good does that feel? This is the doctor who saved my life, you know?
How's that?
It's an unbelievable feeling. And, you know, it's not only saving the patient's life, it's saving the life of their relatives and their friends. It's a tremendous feeling. I can't verbalize it.
Right. Well, we've got to wrap things up, but real quick, the risk factors you say are what? Smoking?
Smoking, hypertension, family history. We would screen patients with family history. And, you know, to take care of aneurysms, you need a comprehensive center like we have in North Shore, a multidisciplinary center with neurologists, intensive care doctors, physicians who could do the coiling. You know, Rich had a clipping of his aneurysm. There's 2 ways to take care of them, with coiling and clipping.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. And can't wait. We're going to be having fun out here all morning long, talking to a lot of the celebrities. Brian, back to you.
Anna, are you going to be golfing? Don't avoid the question. Will you or will you not be golfing today?
I'm trying to act like I know what I'm doing here. I might be riding in the cart.
What, are you going to snap it over your knee?
Yeah.
I'm sure Big Daddy will show you how to do it. All right.
Thanks, Anna.
See you later. Listen to this. An estimated 6 million people in the United States suffer from an unruptured brain aneurysm. But once they rupture, it can be fatal. To raise awareness for this disease, celebrities are coming together for the cause in Long Island in the Big Daddy Golf Classic.
Our own Anna Koyman is standing by, talking about the momentum that's gaining over at that beautiful castle.
Here we are, yes, at Oheka Castle here in Huntington, New York. And we're very excited about the Big Daddy first annual Celebrity Golf Classic here. Joined now by the one and only Big Daddy, the organizer of the event. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And we've got an American boxer here, the oldest world champion, winning at the age of 46 last year, Bernard Hopkins. Good morning to you, too.
Good morning. Good morning.
We'll get into a stare down in just a bit. But first, I got to ask you, you've got dozens of celebrities coming out here. Mike Tyson, Michael Strahan. Who else is coming?
Well, we got Tiki Barber. We have Mr. Everything. Ronnie Lott is here, Hall of Famer. Everybody's excited to see him. We got Fox's own Bill Hemmer. You know, I got to have my guy here. And we'll keep the rest. I want people to come down. So
now, and Big Daddy, this is benefiting brain aneurysm research.
Yes.
And tell us your story back in September 2008.
It was discovered that I had an aneurysm, and you know, thanks to the help of Dr. Chaliff and the North Shore LIJ Health System, I'm standing here healthy and everything's good.
Yeah, and we talked to him earlier. You can find that segment online as well. Bernard Hopkins, got to talk to you a little bit. You say you're a pretty good golfer. That's one of the reasons you come out here. But as a boxer, brain injuries happen a lot. So this cause is important to you.
Absolutely. I'm very passionate about, the support of taking care of your head and taking care of your body. And, in boxing, that's one of our major targets. It's the head. So you have to be careful, and have to learn about it. And also support it, because football, boxing, head injuries are a lot.
And we got to go, but there are rumors that you may be coming back at age 47 and trying to do it again. All right.
We'll see.
All right, there we go. Oh, stare down? Stare down.
Let's go.
Look at that. Look at that.
Back to you. That's
Yeah,
intimidating.
Bernard never looked so intimidating.
Anna, thanks for the live
I don't know who
report.
won that, Anna. Thanks so much.
Celebrities gathering this morning, and they're all with our own Anna Koyman at a big event for an important cause, the Big Daddy Golf Classic. Anna?
Good morning to you guys. We are at Oheka Castle here in Huntington, New York for the very first annual Big Daddy Celebrity Golf Classic. Dozens of celebrities are going to be here. We saw Mike Tyson going for a run earlier this morning. Michael Strahan, Fox News Channel's own Bill Hemmer, among many others. Joined now by the organizer, Big Daddy himself, Rich Salgado, here with Ronnie Lott. You guys are cutting up like two boys in school this morning.
We've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, your buddies. Of course, he's inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2000. Great to be with you, Big Daddy. Let's rewind a little bit. 2008 and the experience that you had when you were diagnosed with your brain aneurysm.
Well, I knew I had an issue, and, Dr. Chaliff and North Shore LIJ gave me the option of let's fix it, and we went and did it, and now I'm here standing alive and healthy.
And now you're trying to raise money for what?
For the North Shore LIJ Aneurysm Center.
Okay. And Ronnie, let's talk a little bit to you. You've been praised not only for your skills on the football field, but also for your entrepreneurial endeavors. $2.4 billion in assets you're managing. And what you got right there?
But I've never had my name on a golf ball.
I'm sure we could arrange it.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, there you go.
Wait a minute, Big Daddy. How'd this happen, man?
I've come a long way from being your
Tyson
driver.
doesn't have one.
Now they're doing the interview with each other. I love it.
What's going on?
Ronnie, why is it important for you to get out into the community and do things like this?
It's pretty simple. Anytime you're out trying to make sure that young people can have what Big Daddy's had, and that is the opportunity to make sure that they have things that are really important to them, meaning that you got to raise money. And the reason you got to raise money is because you got guys like this.
That you want to have around for a long time?
Well, no, not around for a long time, but around for the right reasons.
There you go. All right. Well, good luck in your golf game today.
Thank you very
I was
much.
complaining about the
Thank
rain
you.
and waking up. It's 5:30 in California.
It is 5:30 in California.
Hey,
Good luck on the
all right,
links today,
Carolina.
guys.
Don't
HOFer, that's what we say.
There you go.
All right, thank you.
Guys, back to you in the studio.
It looks like a great day out there.
It looks like they're having fun before it's beginning, actually. Thanks, Anna.
The stars are out in Long Island today for the first ever Big Daddy Classic. It's Celebrity Golf Classic, and the money raised from this event will be used to support the Brain Aneurysm Center clinical and research programs at North Shore LIG. With us now, the host himself, Big Daddy, Rich Salgado. And Rich, you're the president of Coastal Advisors LLC insurance consulting firm. Your firm represents some of the biggest names in professional sports and entertainment. And with you is Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott, who of course won 4 world championships with the Niners, and of course also played with the Jets. All right, Big Daddy, 2008, you have a brain aneurysm. And it really changed your life, and that's why you want to put on this tournament and raise money for a great cause. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to discover that I had an aneurysm, and I got in touch with the right people, and they were over at North Shore LIJ. I had a successful operation, and I'm standing here in front of you, and I wanted to give back. And I felt that there needed to be more awareness. So I brought in all my friends like Mr. Ronnie Lott here, and Michael Strahan, Bill Hemmer, Mike Tyson. We got a whole A-list of celebrities.
I'm not an A-list guy.
Yeah, triple A-list.
Ronnie's definitely an A-list guy. Ronnie, you played here with
Ronnie's here.
Yeah, I play with the Jets, but you know what? I've never had a logo. I've never had a logo on a ball. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, Big Daddy, this is awesome. And he's got his place behind his Big Daddy.
The castle.
His castle. This is awesome, man. He's come a long ways.
He sure has. Ronnie, you know quarterback controversies from your days with the Niners, Steve Young, Joe Montana. Some players wanted Steve to be the quarterback. Some wanted Joe. Some members of the media wanted Steve. Some wanted Joe. Coaches got into it as well. What do you think happens this year here with Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow?
Well, first of all, you got to believe that Mark Sanchez is going to be the guy. And I think Tim is learning the offense, but really it's going to come down to who performs the best. And the same with Joe and the same with Steve. It came down who could perform the best, and Joe was definitely the guy that could get the job done. But here, I think Mark Sanchez, he's a Trojan. I got to go for him. And so it's a lot of reasons why I'm going. All right. So there's a lot of reasons why I'm going for Mark Sanchez.
I knew you're going to go with a USC guy. How prevalent, though, do you think bounties are in today's game? And I bring that up because of what happened with the Saints scandal here, and you were one of the hardest hitters in the game in your day. Were bounties prevalent in your day, and do you think they're still prevalent today?
Well, you know what? I don't know if it's so much about bounties. I think one of the things that you got to think about, I'm almost positive if I come and I just chip you like that, I think you might get mad at me. And not only would you might get mad at me, but you might take a hit at me. And the reason why, or a punch at me, and the reason why is this, is that sometimes in sports it becomes personal. So I don't think it's necessarily about bounties. I think it's something about the fact that guys go out there, they compete at a high level, and they realize that sometimes if you do something wrong, you take it personal, and I think that that's what it's all about. But the bounty situation is something that we got to get behind us. I think this game is a great game. We got to look at how to protect guys, but more importantly, we got to find ways to play the game the right way. And I think when you think of football, there's always going to be moments where you're going to take it personal. There are going to be moments when coaches are going to ask you to be aggressive. And when you're aggressive, sometimes that means that you're going out trying to hurt somebody, and yet you're not trying to hurt them, to maim them, or take something away from them.
It's a violent game, no question. And Greg has a question for you, Ronnie Lott.
Hey, Ronnie, it's Greg Kelly and Rosanna Scotto. Listen, we were just wondering, Duke kind of told us a little bit about it, and maybe you can is it really true you had your pinky amputated on the sidelines in the middle of a game? I know there's some versions of the story.
There is something like that out there. All I can tell you is this, man. It's in my refrigerator right now. I just keep the pinky in there. It's in my refrigerator. Like all of us, Pat Tillman was a great friend of mine, and he gave up his life for this country. Giving up your finger is not giving up a lot. I mean, what you find in most people, you find yourself giving up what you can to survive, and yet I believe that we find a lot of people that have done that so many times for this country.
Wow. Well, it's still impressive. My understanding is his finger was crushed during a game. He kept playing. It was amputated in the offseason and came back for more football.
That's a good one, right? That's a good one.
I like the story cutting it off on the sidelines.
That's what I remember.
That sounded better. Finally, Big Daddy, if people are interested in the Brain Aneurysm Center, clinical research programs at North Shore LIJ and the Big Daddy Classic, where can they go for more information?
Go to www.bigdaddygolfclassic.com. Everything is on the page, and hey, rain or shine, we're athletes, so we got to play hurt.
That's right.
Ain't nobody going to melt out here. So get on out here and help us. And I'll have Umberto's Pizza here today, too. So good enough for the Giants, good enough for everybody else.
All right, Big Daddy, Ronnie Lott, we appreciate the time.
I think they're going to be inside the clubhouse
a lot.
Thank you. I have a funny feeling they'll be inside the clubhouse thinking they're playing golf.
Well,
they'll do rounds of something.
We want them to be refreshed for the game. Duke, thanks a lot.